Hello everybody, this is a quick version of our full video on repairing this all-day trailer roof. So if you want to see the, if you're a first timer to fiberglassing and stuff, you may want to watch that video. But this is a quick run through. So this is what we started with, and you can see how bad the roof is here. So we're ripping off the roof and taking off the flanges and everything. You see they're just screwed right down the roof. So we're taking all the plywood off, and we'll be going right down to the roof joists. We've had to repair a couple of roof joists, and I'm using 3/8 construction grade exterior plywood. It's just standard construction grade, so it's been glued down to the roof joists and screwed, as you can see. And what we'll do is give that a quick sand, and then we'll saturate that with polyester resin. Like I said, if you haven't new to fiberglassing, you may want to watch the full-length video. This is a quick overcap. So what I do is we saturate the entire surface and then fill all the joints with Bondo. I think everybody's familiar with that trade name, but it's a automotive filler, and it's designed for exterior. So you mix that up per the manufacturer's suggestions. And what I have here is a 2.5 inch trim that will be going around the trailer on the sides. So once I had that saturated, I put that on, and I've wrapped that with fiberglass mat. So I have a 5-inch mat that I wrap the edges with. And once the top of the trailer hardened, the resin and the filler gave it a belt sand. And what we use is 80 grit. We just gave it a quick sand. Make sure there's no bumps or anything. Sand down all the filler so it's nice and smooth, and get prepared for the mat to lay on top. And there's the mat. The mat comes in rolls, and we rolled it out. And we have the balance overhang in here, but it's the joint up the center is we've overlapped 1.5 inches. And then we'll go to the edges of the all-day trailer. We'll cut that flush, and with a knife, what I do is lay it all out and just put a chalk line on it. We just cut back a little bit, and we'll just ease that up to the edge. So here's the saturation. Once all the mat's down, what we do is saturate it with polyester resin again over top. And we're using a 10mm roller, ordinary paint roller. And I have my resin mixed up in a bucket, and we dip the roller into the bucket and then take it out. And you want to take time on your joint, because you're actually going through two pieces of fiberglass mat. You really want to get a good saturation on it. So what I'll do is I'll run down through the center of the trailer and actually put some resin on it to saturate it, and then go back and roll over top of it again. And then I have a thing called the bubble roller. And whenever you're bonding two pieces of mat together, you should always use a bubble roller. It's a steel roller with grooves in it, and we'll just take that out. So now the surface is all matted down. You can see we've matted it, and we have the fiberglass the resin over top of the mat, and I'm just cutting out the openings. This is a skylight opening, so we have one vent opening and one skylight opening. And I do this after we have mat, so that we have mat right underneath it too. And there's the curb. It's made of a 2x2 cedar, and it's been coated in resin as well. And I'll put that down with construction adhesive underneath it, and then screw it down. Once it's got screwed down, we've cut some mats to go around the edges. And if you're familiar with fiberglassing, you know you have to have a minimum of a 3/8 round over. So at the bottom, that's you can see the Bondo there. So we have a 3/8 roll up. A fiberglass mat doesn't like to take a 90. So I'm just going to saturate that, and then put the mat into it. And I'm using a chip brush here. And what you do is you want to push down on the mat, so you're going down to the other surface. So down on the flats now, it has 2 coats. It has our original matte fiberglass, and it has the mat that we put over top into the curb. You can see it down there now. So the mat has been wrapped all the way around, and it's been bonded to the subsurface. And now we'll just start the gel coat. And the gel coat has been thinned out as well. And you can find out from your manufacturer what they want you to use. And I'm just applying that, and I'm putting it on quite heavy because you want it to flow into any voids, any pinholes or anything. This is the first coat. This is non-waxed. I'll be putting on 2 coats. So this one goes on as non-waxed, and then I'll roller up to it. But I do my curbs first, and then I'll bring the roller and come up to the edge in case there's any drips or anything. So when I'm rolling the gel coat, I like to go back and forth. So I'll go crossways, and then turn my roller and go the other way to make sure that any of the voids are filled, so that you get a good saturation and get it down. And you notice I'm in the shade too. You don't really want a gel coat in the direct sunlight. So, and you want to adjust your catalyst according. So I'll coat the entire trailer, coat the 2 curbs. We have a vent and a skylight curb, and they're raised up 1.5 inches. You can see all the gel coat goes into it. And then what I'll do is, this is the first coat. As you can see, there's some bumps on it and stuff from the trees and everything. But I'll sand this down. Now I'll go over it with the belt sander and give it a sanding with 120 grit. And it's just a light sand, just to get rid of any of the bumps or imperfections. And if you're not too fussy about the look of it, you actually don't really have to do this. And then the second coat will be a waxed coat. And here's the second coat. You can see it looks quite a bit cleaner, and all the curbs are done, and it's wrapped around the edges. Now we've coated the drip edge there as well, and so the water will flow off it quite good. This is really durable as well too, so if you're wanting to put a rack or anything on the roof, it's solid. And once this dries up a bit, and like I said, this has a wax coat on it. And the reason you gel coat is you want to, it has an ultraviolet inhibitor in it, and it'll stop the sun from breaking down the fiberglass. So yeah, you need to go with a gel coat if you're fiberglassing your roofs. And this roof will definitely outlast the trailer. If you're interested in a full trailer renovation, we have that on our YouTube channel, where we've started this from scratch and went all the way through. So there's the final that I'm showing you. You can see the skylights are in and the vent. There's a picture of the before, just to give you an idea, and there's the after. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope this sort of ran through the project quickly for you, so you can get sort of an overview. And if you want to see a more detailed version of this, please follow it on my YouTube channel. And please subscribe. We're trying to get our subscribers up so we can get on main feed and bring these videos to a lot of people. So I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.